There is a beautiful problem based on basic ideas. And let's try this. Limit n tends to infinity a raised to power 1 by n plus b raised to power 9 over 2 to the power n. Now you can clearly see, since we do not know the parity of infinity, it might be even or odd. So here, for mathematical rigorousness, I'll take ab belongs to real plus. And now as usual, I can see when n is infinity, it's going towards 1, a to the power 0. Similarly, it's going towards 1. So the limit is tending 1 to the power infinity. So we need further investigation. Now as usual, the master step is to assume this 2l and take log on both sides. Now I'm taking log on both sides. I'm allowed to put log inside the limit because the continuity of logarithm function in its domain. So using that continuity philosophy, what I can do is log, we have a to the power 1 by n plus b to the power 1 by n minus ln 2 times n, and limit n tends to infinity. Right? Now since 1 by n is dominating in the system, so I'm tempted to use a new substitution, 1 by n equals x. When n is tending to infinity, x will tends to 0 plus. So now our limit gets converted to limit x tends to 0 plus ln of a to the power x plus b to the power x minus ln 2 and n is divided by x. अब यहाँ पे it's not very difficult because as you can see from here is when x is tending to 0, we have 1 plus 1. So ln 2 minus ln 2 divided by 0. In fact, all these are tending. Okay, so we still have tending 0 by tending 0. So now what we are getting is, this is still indeterminate form, so I'm ready to use L'Hopital's rule. So we'll differentiate with respect to the variable is x. So ln of something is 1 by something into by chain rule a to the power x is a to the power x ln a plus b ka power x ln b. Our differentiation of x is 1. Now we are very fortunate because x tends to 0 plus, this quantity is going to be 1 plus 1, so it's 2. This is anyway 1. So we are left with ln a plus ln b over 2. And that can be written as ln ab by 2. Since a and b are real positive, hence I can put this power on this head. Right? And we are left with an interesting idea. So finally we got ln L equals ln AB over 2. So it can be written as, sorry, we can put this on this head. So it's ln AB to the power half. Right? And by comparison, the limit L becomes root AB. So basically, when n tends to infinity, this limit goes to geometric mean of a and b, and that's very exciting. More exciting case is, what if n tends to 1? If n tends to 1, it's very obvious, it becomes arithmetic mean a plus b by 2. So for any positive real number, I can tell the limit value when n tends to 1 is always greater than or equal to limit value when tends to infinity. Equality will hold when a and b are same. So this was a good problem. Let's try another challenging problem. And the second problem is already I've incorporated in my book also. And it's collected from a good competition. So g of x is limit t tends to 0, 1 plus x, as you can see the question, to the power t plus 1, right? Minus x to the power t plus 1 whole to the power 1 by t. So clearly the given expression in RHS is a function of variable called x because t is going towards 0. So once we get g of x, we need to find g by x as x tends to infinity. Okay, so let's just start the problem exactly in the same way. First, we'll try to fill the question. So when t is tending to 0, clearly the expression goes to 1 plus x to the power 1 minus x whole to the power 1 by tending to 0. So this goes to tending 1 to the power infinity. Now still it is indeterminate form. So how you go about this? Again we'll take log. So now we can take the usual step of taking ln on both sides. Ln g is limit t tends to 0, and since log is continuous, hence what we can do is we can put limit inside. That is because of continuity and we have to take it seriously. So we have ln of 1 plus x t plus 1 minus x to the power t plus 1 over t. Now we can clearly see at t tends to 0, this is in 0 by 0 form. So hence I'm ready to L'Hopitalized use L'Hopital's rule actually. So t tends to 0 में 1 plus x is treated as a constant, so its derivative will be, you can think as if it is 5 to the power something, 5 to the power t. So 5 to the power t ln 5. So it's 1 plus x to the power t plus 1 ln 1 plus x minus x to the power t plus 1 ln x divided by t ka derivative is 1. Limit t tends to 0. Now we are very lucky because at this step limit is already gone. So 1 plus x ln 1 plus x minus x ln x. So this quantity can be written as ln 1 plus x to the power 1 plus x minus ln x to the power x, which further with the property of logarithm is 1 plus x to the power 1 plus x by x to the power x. अब इसको still you can write in many ways. So finally we have ln g as this. So the function g of x becomes 1 plus x to the power x divided by x to the power x into 1 plus x, which I can write as 1 plus 1 by x plus 1 to the power x into 1 plus x. Now question is gx by x. So if we'll find gx by x over here, we have 1 plus x plus 1 to the power x, 1 by x plus 1. This is our function, and limit x tends to infinity of these two quantity. Now we know since this limit exists and this exists as well, so since this guy is already 1, so now by product of limit x tends to a f into g can be written as limit of product, limit x tends to a f into limit x tends to a g, and this is if and only both limit exist in finite. You have to take this theorem very seriously, okay, because always you can't do this. So यहाँ से what we'll get, यहाँ से we'll get the first part as g and the second part is 1, hence the answer for this beautiful problem was g. This theorem is important in the sense, like suppose if I ask a question, limit x tends to 0, x minus sin x by x cube. Now maybe you can give this explanation. So write this as limit x tends to 0, x by x cube minus limit x tends to 0, sin x by x cube. This confusion is very predominant in coaching field, okay. Now some of you will take again sin x by x cube. I will write sin x by x into 1 by x square, and since sin x by x is 1, so I can write limit x tends to 0, this is 1 by x square minus limit x tends to 0, 1 by x square, और इसको लिमिट x टेंड्स टू 0, 1 बाई एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 1 बाई एक्स स्क्वायर, तो ये कैंसिल होकर आ गया आंसर 0. अब 0 इज क्लियरली द रॉन्ग आंसर बिकॉज यू हैव एब्यूज्ड द थ्योरम. अब देखो हाउ criminal offense this is, because at this step you are not allowed to move. You can't separate this limit because these limits were not finite. See, limit x tends to 0, x by x cube जो है वो क्या जा रहा है, x टेंड्स टू 1 बाई एक्स स्क्वायर पर, तो ये तो इन्फिनिटी को टेंड कर रहा है. जैसे ही इन्फिनिटी पे टेंड करेगा तब आप सेपरेट नहीं कर सकते, तो आपको एज ए होल इसको सॉल्व करना होगा. ठीक है, एक तो आप बिना लॉपिटल्स रूल के भी इसको सॉल्व कर सकते हो. सो दैट इज़ अ वेरी ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन यूजुअली वी आस्क इन द क्लास. यू कैन रिप्लेस x with 3x. So the given limit L, suppose this is L, is same as 3x minus sin 3x by 3x whole cube, लिमिट x टेंड्स टू 0. और फिर इसको आप लिख सकते हो लिमिट x टेंड्स टू 0, 3x माइनस 3 साइन x, तो ये हो जाएगा प्लस 4 साइन क्यूब x बाई 27x क्यूब. तो अब देखो ये नाउ बोथ पार्ट एग्जिस्ट, आई एम एज्यूमिंग लिमिट एग्जिस्ट, तो 3 इफ आई टेक कॉमन इज x माइनस साइन बाई x क्यूब 27 एंड अदर इज 4 बाई 27 साइन x बाई x होल क्यूब. ठीक है, तो अब ये लिमिट भी ऑल्सो एग्जिस्ट because I have already started with the fact that limit exists, then I am allowed to separate this. If limit does not exist, mathematics will tell I'll get some finite value or infinite value. ठीक है, तो ये अब by question statement is TL by 27 और ये तो ये भी exist करता है, तो 4 by 27 आ गया. ठीक है, so L by 9 plus 4 by 27 and that becomes L. तब देखो very nicely you got 8L by 9 equals 4 by 27. So 4 to the, so L equals 1 by 6. So this is one way of, you know, like getting the answer for this problem beautifully without using L'Hopital's rule. अगर आप L'Hopital's लगाओगे तो you'll get answer in one line because 1 minus cos x by 3x square and 1 minus cos x can be written as 2 sin square x by 2. So now you can divide by, you know, like x square by 4. So effectively it's giving 1 by 6. So the point was to drive out the confusion. I hope you are enjoying the channel A lot of problems I'll be doing from my textbook also, and especially those which are J relevant. And your approach towards problem solving should be very smooth and simple. Thank you. Have a good day. अच्छा, इसमें से अगर कोई बच्चे को प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग के लिए अगर इनरोल करना है कोर्स में, तो आप मेरा व्हाट्सएप लिंक इज़ ऑलरेडी गिवन डिस्क्रिप्शन, वो लास्ट वाली वीडियो के भी डिस्क्रिप्शन में दिया हुआ है, तो आप वहाँ पे अनाउंसमेंट करके एक वीडियो में डाला था 2024-2025 के लिए। तो मेनली दैट कोर्स विल बी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग, मतलब कैसे हम प्रॉब्लम से कॉन्सेप्ट सीखते हैं, सो दैट 6 months or 8 months course we can make where problem solving will be made. Okay, so thank you. Have a good day.